think, you know, in terms of legacy, in terms of influences, of course, you know, the classic European cinema will affect the new cinema forever. You know, I'd say even Ingmar Bergman or, you know, other film directors, European film directors, Renoir, etc. But I think, well, this is what I think. At the moment, the most interesting cinema which is produced in this moment is much more outside Europe, out of Europe, and for sure not in the US. And it comes from Vietnam, from Korea. It comes from African countries. It comes from, you know, not Western countries. In my, well, we were talking about just, I had a hint, about Iranian filmmakers and film directors, like Kiarostami and others. My idea is that the cinema as an art language in Western countries is more or less at the end. But thanks God there are more countries in the world, so we can now discover and appreciate young and new cinemas, you know, like or China, also China or Thailand. I must confess I don't know more or less anything about Filipino cinema, but it's my, you know, it's my fault. Okay, thank you. You should. You can read my experience. But, you know, I've seen in the last 4 or 5 years a lot of film from Asia and just a few films from Europe, made in Europe. Because they are not, you know, they are not vibrant, they are not anymore, I don't know, striking or strong or impressive or whatever you want. Even, as I say, even Sofia Coppola, the last film by Sofia Coppola, was honestly was quite boring and quite predictable. You know, it was just cutting edge, but that's it. This is the main point in my view. In Western countries, we produce at the moment, well, apart from Hollywood, which doesn't, you know, it's not really interesting for me talking about that, because it's something far away from my sense and from my sensibility, etc. But even talking about authors who are grown up in my country or France or England, they are quite often not really vibrant. They are a little tired. Well, there are good samples still now, like Ken Loach. I think he's still vibrant, he's still intelligent, he's still full of motivation. But even him, you know, last films made by Ken Loach, they are a little less, you know, strong than before. And not to mention that, what I told you before, or talking about Quentin Tarantino. What's the point? What's the clue? I've never understood Quentin Tarantino, to be honest. I was quite happy. Years ago in London, there was a film made by him and 3 directors. It was in four rooms, and the report on The Guardian was quite nice, because the report said, this is not a bad film. There are 4 bad films.
Buongiorno signore e signorina, mi chiamo Lorena e è veramente il mio sogno di essere un'attrice famosa nel cinema europeo. Allora, che cosa devo fare?
suppose the audience knows Lorena. So, her dream is to become an actress in Europe. What shall I do to achieve my dream?
Attrice famosa.
She is a famous actress, not just an actress. Okay.
The only thing I can say is good luck. I'm sorry, I can't say anything more. I'm not a film director, so I can't tell you anything. I can't promise you anything. Good luck. Well, you will.
Sir, thank you very much for coming over to the Philippines. I think it's a great achievement on the part of Italian and some International Commission of Institute on Film nowadays to have us oriented on the current trends of Italian cinema. My question has to do with related to the guy who goes to something related to that. You chose a novel, which is 19th century, a historical novel, it's like a trend of the 19th century. And could you say that these four directors, the ones that you're talking about in your talk, were more inspired because of the quality of the literature of the past, to come out with something which was an image of the age, whereas perhaps the directors of the present were either hesitant or scared to talk about matters connected with World War II and the like. You chose a historical novel, no? It's like limited to the eye of the beholder. Okay. It's like looking through the problem, like through the eye of the beholder. Here you are, you chose a 19th century historical novel, as I said. And these four were inspired.
Yes,
something that is, well, there's something outstanding about the 19th century past. Also, there were two world wars, true enough, but it wasn't so, put it this way, so disgusting perhaps, or so bad of imagination for the present generation to be looking and doing life is beautiful. Remember the Italian film? Yeah. I mean, between that and I don't know, maybe that's the reason why the directors of the present were so inspired. 10%
well, to be precise, sorry. Hello? Sorry. You can be off. To be precise, for instance, Fellini made his last film, La Voce della Luna, was inspired by a book which was just published, and it was the debut, the literary debut of a new writer, Ermanno Cavazzoni, and possibly it's not being translated into English because it's not very famous, even in Italy. And because his book was rather difficult in terms of the language, rather difficult to translate into another language. So I wouldn't say that Fellini or Visconti or Pasolini, etc., they were inspired by the classical Italian literature. No, I couldn't say that. It's completely, no, it's incorrect to say that. They kept inspirational